Hello and welcome to today's video. The title of the video today is Everything Happens Through You and Not to You. And we're going to be looking at how we create our own reality via the spiritual gift of thought. So I know when it was first suggested to me that I created my own reality and I created it via thought, I was a little bit up in arms, because when I looked at my life, looked at what was going on, I thought there's no way I would have created this. And it also looked to me that I had to control every single thought I had, because my reality was being created via this gift that I had to think, and I'd created what was going on in my life because of the thinking I had. Well, that had to stop immediately. So I want to take a breath there, and that's not what I'm suggesting, that you have to control every single thought that you have. And I'm not suggesting either that you look at any of the things that are going wrong in your life and use it as something to beat yourself up, because if you were creating it, that is absolutely not what you would want to create, so there must be something wrong with you. So let's take a breath and look at what's actually being suggested here. So what I see is that life truly appears to work a certain way. It really looks to me, when I go out and about, when I live and I'm human and I do things, it looks to all intents and purposes as if life comes at me, as if stuff is happening out here and then I have to deal with it. There's people, there's circumstances, there's just stuff, and it happens and I have nothing to do with it, and then I have to find ways to deal with it. Well, what I'm suggesting and what I have seen since I've been on my spiritual journey is that is not how life works, even though it really looks that way. And one of the reasons that I've seen that it truly doesn't work that way is because the more I tried to change my circumstances, the more I tried to change what was going on out here, the worse the feelings in me got, the more uptight I got, the more stressed I got, the more unhappy I got. And those feelings were guiding me, were telling me that I was doing something wrong, that I wasn't headed in the right direction, that I was trying to make changes in places where it was impossible to make those changes. And actually, to look in the direction that the thinking that we have creates the reality that we're in, and then to understand that we are an integral part of everything that's going on. A little bit like if you think of a cinema analogy, when you think of how a cinema works, you sit at the cinema and it appears that the film is happening out here, but it's actually happening, or everything that's really truly going on is happening in the projection box behind you. So life works in that way. Everything is happening here and coming through you and being projected outwards. So everything that's going on out here is your projection. So to bring it back to you, to see, what I've noticed is that every single thing that happens out here can be a gift to me in some way. It can become a stepping stone for me to learn something and move on and move up, or it can be a brick that I can use as a wall to hem me in and stop me growing and stop me changing. So the invitation here is to begin to look at everything that is going on out here. If the experience we get happens because of what we think about what appears to be happening. And as we begin to understand and love and accept and be grateful for the thinking that we have and the world that we live in, our thoughts begin to change, and what we project begins to change. It has to happen that way. But when we go out into the world, it's the equivalent of going to the screen at the cinema and trying to paint over what's there. It might initially look as if we've made some changes. It might initially look as if we've done something, but what we will have done will be short-lived, will not truly make change, and the underlying story, what's going on behind there, will stay the same. So the key here is to begin to understand our spiritual nature, understand how life works through us. And I'll be posting lots more videos on here going into that more deeply and looking at that. So I would invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of the videos. Please feel free to leave comments. If you like this video, like it, share it across your social media if that makes sense to you. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment under here. I will answer your comments, and there will be more videos coming. So thank you very much. Take care and have a lovely day. See you soon. Bye for now.